think I found a special revelation that is something pretty revolutionary, and I wanted to capture it on video to share this information with whomever is at the same place I am, like, I suppose, who can hear, who can resonate. But essentially, I'll have to put something down later on this, but there was a Japanese scientist who discovered that our words and what we speak from our hearts affects water. And he did several experiments. Excuse me. He did several experiments, and he tested mountain water and spring water, or different forms of spring water, and tap water, city water. He also did certain tests on just people sharing words that, or speaking words that either were destructive, critical, angry kind of words, death type mentality themed words, and then words of life, words that, love and compassion, chesed, and that those types of words. And what he did is he took the water and he froze it immediately after in different samples. He had different samples that he was doing. He froze it in some sort of a chamber that freezes things immediately, after the word is spoken, and then they would look through the samples. And what he came to find is that and there was enough available evidence to determine to validate what he found. And what he found was that there were certain beautiful patterns, symmetrical, just a certain type of symmetry and beauty that showed up in the water for the words of life and beauty and peace and shalom and those types of words that were spoken. And then on the other end, it was there were the samples that he froze for the words that were, on the path of death, destruction, that anger, that type of stuff. It was all very sporadic and chaotic, and there was nothing that was coming together in the water. It wasn't. So his experiments are very interesting to me, because they reveal how much, first of all, our words impact our immediate environment, and what we say impacts ourselves, even our own bodies. But there's more to it than that. This is a creative, which that's a big deal in itself. This is it's in what I believe the Father showed me is that it's very important that an environment be purified and cleansed. And he was always very concerned about the waters being pure for cleansing. And so, given that the environment around us is predominantly made of water in many different ways, the food we eat, the air we breathe, the bodies we walk in, there's water in much of the immediate material environment that we live in. It would make sense that like Yehusha on several accounts. One, he went into a room and there was a dead girl on the bed. And there were a bunch of people in the room, and this was a predominant family, or not predominant, but prestigious family. And there were a lot of people there who were mourning and crying, but apparently this was type of a show that they were putting on to some extent. I think that some of it was authentic, but nevertheless, there was a dead girl in the bed, and Yehusha came there to heal her, to give her life back, to give her life again. And what happened was he made all the people, because they said, oh no, you're too late. And he said, no, I'm here, she's just sleeping. And I'm going to help her. And they said, you're silly. And they mocked him, and they started laughing immediately from mourning to laughter. And so he said, get out, everyone get out, clear the room. And he allowed 3 of his Talmudim, his taught ones, his disciples, to stay in the room with him. I think one was Kepha, one was Yachanan, and the other was aqoİb. And they were all 3 there. I believe it was aqoİb. I might be mistaken there, but they were all 3 there. And he performed the miracle. He gave the little girl her life back. Dabar Yahweh, Yehusha, gave the little girl her life back. And she woke up, and I think he said something to the effect of, give this little girl some food. And so they fed her, and she had her life again. And that was a cause of celebration, and that was a cause of joy. Someone's life would return to them. That's something to think about when it comes to what is life, and is it something that we fully comprehend and understand beyond the veil. I mean, a lot of people have questions about what's beyond the veil, and a lot of people have beliefs about life existing beyond the veil. Nevertheless, Yehusha healed that little girl. He gave her life back. So, and that wasn't an insult. That was a good thing. That was a very good thing. So, mainly I wanted to, staying on topic, I wanted to share that I believe he did that because he cleared the room. And there were several instances where he was going to heal somebody, and he had to do that. He had to clear the room because the words and the things and the vibration that people were sending out in that area where he wanted to do a kadosh work was contaminating the environment. So it's like, get out. And he did stuff in front of people before, but certain things that required a certain type of clean environment. Something to think about. And then the other thing was Yehusha and those Chanok, a lot of them, they all retreated to a very sacred, set apart kadosh place where they would go and alone and have and talk and be with Creator, be with Yahweh. And I believe that that's important because when we're on this path of understanding the power of our words and the words that we say and speak and how they actually resonate and affect the physical universe around us, even if it's just water that we're impressing upon. I mean, water's way more than we comprehend. I mean, science is now realizing that memory is even embedded in water. Water holds so many things within it, and it reveals so many things, the impressions of the human soul, and so much more. So it retains. It's a viable witness, and it's something that we should consider when we speak, because now we know that which again, modern science has proven. I think it was Emoto Masato. I'll have to look his name up, the doctor's name. But regardless, to me, this was very powerful. I started to realize that how important it was that I generate and I resonate within me. That I have a higher level of dedication and lining myself up with the big chief, with Yahweh, big chief, and that it's more than faith now. It's like a knowing. I don't know. It's like you know now. You know that your words are powerful, and when you speak, you are like Elohim. Like you manifest on a microscopic level. Still, you may not see the changes right away, but it's happening. They are happening, and whatever we manifest with our mouth, it creates and fashions and forms a world around us. What we bring, what we say, what we speak with our tongue, literally like changes the environment. And of course, our words come from our heart. And so the internal environment of our being needs to be clean and set apart, and a place where words of life and encouragement are generated to be released, instead of the opposite. I don't even want to talk about it, because the moment that you think about it, even you resonate, you create a vibration. The thought of a certain thing creates an immediate vibration that either shows a pattern of beauty and symmetry, or creates dissonance and chaos and like a tearing apart, like something that's like broken glass or something. it's very interesting. There's more than meets the eye when it comes to the words that we say. We're not seeing the full effect of what we say when we speak. And so, no, there won't be any idle words spoken. And we will be given account to what we say, and we will be regarded either righteous, tzaddik, or not, based upon our words that imprint and form and fashion the world and the reality that we're experiencing right now. That's it. There's more to be said about it. This is such a big deal. And I would love to talk about it with somebody and really explore it. And talk about, well, how do we then keep our focus? Does it have to be like Chanok and Yehusha, where we have a place where we go to retreat and be with Yahweh, and then come back and be with the people? But we can't live like that, not in this modern world. Doesn't seem like it. Now, if you got children hanging off you all the time, and busy lives and everything else going on. But yeah, I guess that's it. I guess I'll leave it at that, and I'll sign off. And Yahweh Baruch you, keep you, make his face shine upon you, and be gracious to you. Yahweh lift up his countenance and turn his face towards you, and give you shalom. And I pray that Yahweh would continue to pour out his knowledge, his understanding, his wisdom, his chokmah upon his people, that we could collectively truly come together and harmonize in the truths that are found central and harmonious in the heart of our wonderful, beloved Creator. Hallelujah.